What's up, guys? Welcome to part 1 of the Ducati Monster Clutch Master Cylinder conversion videos. Part 1 is going to be an unboxing of the parts that I have ordered. Kind of forgot that I ordered some parts, but they showed up and they're going to work for this, so it all checks out. So we're going to be doing an unboxing, and then we're going to be assembling the parts onto the Master Cylinder and getting it prepped for the conversion. Now, the Master Cylinder is off an S2 1000, S2R, something along those lines. I'll go more into detail of that at the end of the video. The links will be in the description, and I'll talk more about the products at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. If you want to know that information, go there. It'll all be in the description also if you just want to, I guess cheat your way out of it. But it's a good video. Stay till the end. Trust me. Alright. I put clip-ons on my Monster because I wasn't a fan of the handlebars that came on at stock, and now that there's an angle to them, the Master Cylinder is leaking, not much, but it's leaking enough to where you kind of see the residue on the outside. And it's enough to bug me, and this would be a fun way to do it. I know it's a big thing for Monster people to swap out their Master Cylinders, but no, I haven't seen anybody do this. So part 1 will pretty much, what I said earlier, and then part 2 will be as comprehensive as I can possibly make it. I'll be showing you step by step, kind of like I did with my other garage day videos. If you haven't seen those will be linked in the description also. And pretty much going to do everything that you guys need to know to do this to your own bike, so that if you do clip-ons, or maybe you just don't like the coffin style, because really, who likes the coffin style? I don't, that's for sure. So we'll only be doing the clutch Master Cylinder. We will be doing the front brake one, but the front brake one isn't an issue at the moment. I guarantee you, once I put this one on and I will have a remote reservoir and a coffin, it will be following in the near weeks. So stay tuned for the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, if you find it informational or anything along those lines, hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to see part 2. What's up, guys? We got some parts today, so we're going to open these up and then we'll get to the install. So these parts were kind of sponsored / supplied by Motivation USA and ASV Levers. So see what we got. I haven't opened these yet, so hopefully everything's good. Got our Rizoma Reservoir. That's going to be for the clutch side Master Cylinder. And then we got 2 packages from ASV. So let's see. Extended barrel, and we have our ASV adapter for our Master Cylinder, since we're doing a conversion from a 696 Monsters to a S2R Master Cylinder. So let's get these parts installed on the Master Cylinder and then get to installing it. Alright, guys, so for this install, we're going to pretty much get the Master Cylinder ready to go onto the bike before actually putting it on the bike. It's a little easier here on the table. So what you're going to need is a pretty decent sized flathead screwdriver, needle nose pliers, and some Allen keys. Now the first part we're going to do, I got this used on eBay just because I don't want to pay upwards of like $400 to $500 for a brand new one. So this one came with a lever, so the first thing we're going to do is remove the lever. There's a little locking nut on the bottom, and then simply unscrew the bolt on the top. Okay. Alright, so now that we have the pivot bolt out, we can now remove the lever. Now this has what I believe is what they call it is a rod and barrel on it. And so I have a 696, so I knew my lever wouldn't fit, so I contacted ASV and told them, hey, I don't want to buy a new lever for like 150 bucks, 170 bucks. Is there any way that I can buy an adapter to, make my old lever work on this? So they sent me this adapter. Apparently it's the same for the clutch and brake side. They sent me the brake one, so first of all I got this barrel that is not threaded, it's just barely a hole, It fits in there, but it's not what I needed. So that's why there was 2 packages earlier. Now I tried removing this barrel and rod, and it wouldn't fit into the hole. The diameter was too different. So what I ended up getting is they sent me out this right here. Now this is another barrel and a rod right here. It's a lot better quality than, you know, the factory Ducati one. So what we're gonna want to do is get the master cylinder. Okay, it's gonna go on that way. So we're gonna put the flange part going downward, and then we're gonna screw the barrel or the rod into the barrel just lightly. We don't know. We're gonna have to adjust that later, but for now, at least get it into place. Now this is going to slide right into this rubber grommet here, and you're going to really want to push that into there. And once we have it lined up again, then we will be able to slide our pivot bolt back into there and screw it in. Alright guys, so here is the perch assembled onto the master cylinder. As you can see, the barrel and the rod, and whenever it goes in, it pushes on the micro switch and operates as it should, and the lever will just simply bolt onto here. So with that being done, let's get to the Rizoma Reservoir. Okay guys, so we're going to be installing the reservoir. First of all, we have to get this one off. So there is a little locking nut on the back side. Once that is off, we simply slide the reservoir out. I'm going to pull the bolt out just so I don't have any problems with hitting something. Now, what you're going to do, this is where you're going to be using your needle nose pliers, and there is a little clip right here that you're just going to pinch until you can slide it down just a little bit. Now, once you have the reservoir off, simply put it to the side, and then we get to unbox a little bit more. If you guys have never ordered any Rizoma products, head over to motivationusa.com. They have a bunch of parts, really good prices. I believe they have cash or like a points reward system also that you guys can check out. And the build quality on these Rizoma parts is just awesome. So here's the reservoir. I don't think we'll be using the bolt that was provided with the reservoir, so we're going to go ahead and take that off. That's just going to be a size 4 Allen key. Alright guys, so it was a little tricky getting this reservoir. I would recommend definitely buying a longer tube here, but I ended up getting it. I got it all figured out. Sorry I couldn't show the install process. Oh, I'd say like 10-15 minutes, but we got the reservoir on, we got it hooked up, it's all bolted down, and it looks good. It should work perfect, and we're going to get the lever on there and get to install it on the bike. Alright guys, well that is the end to part 1 of the video. Next video, part 2, we'll be installing this, making sure everything works, getting all the technical stuff out of the way, making sure that the conversion will be seamless for whenever you guys do it. We're gathering some information right now on specs and stuff to make sure everything is good before we release part 2. But for this one, part 1, pretty much showing you guys how to install and get everything ready for your conversion. Now again, all the links will be down in the description for the parts. The master cylinder won't be listed because it's kind of just go on to eBay or the forums or something and just find what will work for you and your price range. This one is off an S2R or an S2 1000, something along those lines. Pretty much, if it looks like this, where it has this long, elongated thing, I know it's the same setup as the Ducati 748, 916, 998, and stuff like that. So pretty much they're pretty universal for whenever Ducati use them on a little bit older bikes. Make sure it's in good working condition and go ahead and buy it. And yeah, so the adapter won't be in the description. You'll have to personally contact ASV Levers for that. I spoke to Bob Morales. He's the designer and pretty much the inventor of the ASV Levers, so he was a real big help. Also want to give a big shout out to Motivation USA for the Rizoma Reservoir. They got it here in 2 days, granted like 2 hours away from them, but still, awesome job guys. Go check them out. They have a bunch more parts. I know I use Motivation USA for my Rizoma and billet accessories and stuff like that, and my buddy Ducatix 1199 also does too. and they now have the Rizoma grips for the Panigale lineup. So if you've been craving those for years like my buddy Ducati has, they're finally available. He purchased them hours after they went live online, got them installed on his bike, and he absolutely loves them. So guys, I will see you on the next one.
Caught up in my tape.